Okay, good evening, guys. I have discussion D for you. We're discussing senior housing shortage looms as baby boomers age. Okay, so that is discussion D for you. So let's get into it, shall we? The phrase senior housing shortage looms as baby boomers age highlights a growing concern in the U.S. as millions of baby boomers enter retirement. The demand for senior housing is quickly outpacing supply. According to the page content, new senior housing construction is not keeping up with with the demographic shift, and the cost of existing facilities is rising, making access even harder. This situation points to a potential crisis with without sufficient affordable housing options. Many older adults may struggle to find supportive environments that suit their needs as they age. It's not just a real estate issue. It interacts with healthcare, caregiving, and long-term quality of life. Would you like to explore how innovative models like self-directed care or home sharing might help address some of this pressure? I know you're deeply engaged in person-centered planning and caregiving strategies, so we could definitely unpack those angles. The looming shortage of senior housing carries deep social implications that ripple through families, communities, and healthcare systems. Strain on informal caregivers as institutional options dwindle. More responsibility falls on family members, especially adult children who may have to forego work, relocate, or balance complex caregiving duties. This can lead to burnout and loss of productivity across generations. Exacerbation of healthcare disparities, limited housing access, disproportionately affects low income older adults, particularly those without robust family support. Social inequities around race, disability, and geographic 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 uh, may widen if affordable options remain scarce. Delayed transitions and unsafe living. Without appropriate housing, seniors may stay in homes that no longer meet their mobility, cognitive, or healthcare needs, increasing a risk of falls, isolation, and hospitalization. Community disconnection. Aging adults live far from aging aging adults living far from services or support networks may face loneliness and reduced quality of life. Conditions associated with poor health outcomes and early mortality. Pressure on healthcare systems. Hospitals and long-term care facilities may become de facto housing for those who can't transition elsewhere, uh, straining resources and complicating care delivery. This shortage makes models like self-directed care, aging in place, uh, retrofits, and community-based housing cooperatives especially relevant since you've explored person-centered care and autonomy in death. Would you like would you be interested in how these models could be scaled to address this gap, or what policy innovations might catalyze broader change? The senior housing shortage deeply reshapes family dynamics, especially when multiple generations are suddenly drawn into caregiving roles or through financial decisions. Role reversals and emotional strain. Adult children often become primary decision makers or caregivers for their aging parents, which can trigger guilt, resentment, or even unresolved family tensions. Grandchildren may also witness these shifts, affecting how they perceive aging and responsibility, financial stress, and trade offs. When aging parents can't afford to access appropriate housing, families may dip into savings, delay retirement, or invite elders into multi generational homes. These decisions ripple across generations, affecting everything from college funds to mortgage plans. space and privacy tensions. Multi-generational living, while often emotionally rewarding, can strain household routines and compromise privacy. Couples raising their grandchildren might juggle parenting duties with elder care, leading to chronic stress and communication breakdowns. Value con- value conflicts, differing perspectives on aging autonomy and care can create friction. For example, older adults might resist moving in with family while younger caregivers feel overwhelmed by the weight of responsibility without instructional support. Interge- Intergenerational solidarity or strain. On the bright side, some families grow closer through shared caregiving and deeper empathy, but without supportive structures, others may fracture under the pressure. Given your rich background in person centered care and burnout um, mitigation, we could explore how structured support like agency with choice or Medicaid self directed services helps tensions these tensions while preserving family cohesion. Want to delve into that? Medicaid's self directed services empower older adults and individuals with disabilities to shape their own care, giving them control over how, when, and by whom support is provided. Here are the standout features. Okay, consumer autonomy. Participants hire, train, and even dismiss their caregivers. This includes the option to select family members, except in some states for spouses or legal guardians, which can strengthen trust and continuity, continuity. Okay, individual budgets rather than uh, fitting into a rigid service package. Individuals are often given a budget based on their essential needs. They work within a support broker to uh, counselor to allocate funds toward services, supplies, or equipment. Person centered planning. Care plans are tailored to, to the participant goals, preferences, and living situation. This aligns beautifully with your emphasis on dignity preserving strategies. and holistic elder care. Flexibility in services. Depending on the state, participants might use funds or not. Not just for traditional personal care, but also for home modifications, assistive technology, transportation, and respite care for caregivers. Support infrastructure. While, while participants lead their care, they're not alone. States provide support, coordinators, fiscal immediate intermediates for payroll, and tools to navigate responsibilities. This model doesn't just uh, decentralize care, it re- reimagines it. If you'd like, we can delve into how Pennsylvania implements these services through agency with choice, or how self direction is evolving to address staffing shortages and demographic shifts. It's a field you're already headed already ahead of the curve in. Okay, guys, so that's it for tonight. I will see everybody tomorrow for shows. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks. Have a good evening. Might jump back on later for a show or two. I'll see everybody then if I do. If not, I'll see everybody tomorrow for shows. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks.